OpenAI Sora 2 has just dropped, and it is already causing quite a significant stir, as users have started using the AI program to bring copyrighted and intellectual property like SpongeBob SquarePants, Ronald McDonald, Mario from Super Mario, and basically put them in compromising positions which lead to very comical videos. But the copyright and, the intellectual property owners are absolutely scrambling. So Disney, Nintendo, Nickelodeon are all scrambling to try and get these videos taken down because it is just becoming an absolute calamity. So let's get into it, the legalities of this, because they are doing something about it, these big companies, to try and take down essentially OpenAI and hold them accountable. But first of all, I think we need to watch the videos because they do lead to some fairly hilarious moments like these.
Duncan, keep your hands on the wheel. You almost wiped out 3 cars back there. Put it in park now.
I'm sorry, officer. I
Don't move. Door's locked.
unlock it.
Right now.
Get a ticket again.
Hey, stop the car. Unit 12 suspect just... Duncan, keep your hands on the wheel. You almost wiped out 3 cars back there. Put it in park now.
I'm sorry, officer. I just...
Don't move. Latch is locked. Open it right now. Stop the car. He's still southbound, weaving through traffic, 88 miles an hour.
Out of the way! Mamma mia!
Are live over Interstate 75 where that red go-kart driven by the man known as Super Mario is still running from troopers. He's in the center lane right now, weaving between...
Woohoo! Look at that speed, my friends. The copies are getting smaller like a Goomba back there. Chat, you seeing this? 99, 100 miles. Mamma mia!
Duncan, keep your...
Hands where I can see him, Ash. You're being detained for illegal Pokemon fights and cruelty.
Look, it's not what it looks
Don't
like.
move. Stop! He's running! Get back here! Down!
Oh, okay.
Hands behind your back!
Oh, okay.
I've got the Pikachu secure. Hands where I can see him.
Oh, well, okay. I'm telling you, I didn't do anything.
Stay right there.
I'm innocent, officer. I was just walking home from work, that's all.
Match the witness description exactly. Don't move.
I swear on my spatula, it wasn't me. I don't even own a boat. Oh, well,
Duncan, keep your flippers on the wheel. You almost wiped out 3 cars back there. Put it in park now.
Newt, I'm sorry, officer. I just...
Don't move. Door's locked. Unlock it right now.
Ticket, Newt. Hey!
Stop the... Duncan, keep...
Honestly, right? So those are that's just a handful of the videos. Now, Sam Altman has also been roped into it with him. Their videos of him, AI videos of him stealing parts and stuff like this from stores and things like this. It's become very comical and it is entertaining to watch for sure. And I hope, to a degree, that they don't take this away because, they make for some amazing content. But at the same time, you got to think about the people and the artists that created these characters, how easy it was for AI to just take these characters and put them into these positions literally with very minimal effort other than a prompt. It's creating quite the storm. So Sora 2 obviously is the reason for all of this. So it dropped on October 1st, 2025, and it just hit a broader AI arrest trend which was peaking. So users prompted it with simple text like body cam footage of SpongeBob getting arrested for bubble fraud, and it gets a 10 to 20 second clip in 2 to 5 minutes, and the app's TikTok-like feed encourages endless scrolling and remixes plus cameos, which which lets you insert your face or friends into the scenes, though OpenAI requires opt-in for real people to curb deep fakes, right? Now, obviously, this is kind of the way that it's come out, but characters including SpongeBob SquarePants, Pikachu, Mario, Pearl from the Steven universe, Sam Altman, which is the OpenAI CEO, and even Ronald McDonald have all been used to try and create this viral worthy content. Now, a lot of the content is used on the IP of the character itself, and that's what kind of makes it so viral, because who doesn't want to see SpongeBob SquarePants getting arrested or getting pulled over, or Mario in a car chase, right, in a police car chase? Like, it makes for some just wacky fun content, and it's flooding the internet right now. Now, obviously, there is some significant backlash for this. So the guardrails are spotty for this, especially with regards to racist/violent clips. So the fake arrest of minorities, for example, slipped through initially. Experts worry about seeing it not believing in court or elections, and OpenAI is responding with takedown tools, but it's just a fever dream of deepfakes at this current time. So obviously, the line between AI and realism is really quickly getting blurred. Before, there were some serious telltale signs, like, if you looked at hands and facial features and facial reactions to things, you could easily see what was AI generated and what was real. But now those lines are getting so seriously blurred that it's really difficult to know the difference. My mother, right, literally showed me on Facebook, because she's of that generation, she showed me a video of an AI generated video. I can't remember what it was of. And she was like, I can't believe that this is real and this is happening. And I was like, this isn't real. This is an AI video. Nobody's, even if people label it as AI, people like my mother don't know what to look for in AI videos. She just sees it and believes it. She is of that stupid generation where like what you see is what you get. They don't understand AI. And that's where it gets really dangerous, especially when you think about in terms of politics and things like this. Now, there are some serious legal implications for not just OpenAI, but also the company Sora 2, and also for potentially the people creating these videos, should something be done about it, which it seems like it could be the case. Now, the surge in AI-generated videos via Sora 2 features characters, obviously, like we stated, in absurd or criminal scenarios, and has thrust the company and similar AI developers into a legal minefield. Whilst no lawsuits have officially been filed specifically against OpenAI for Sora 2 outputs as of October 6th, 2025, which is today, experts widely predict a deluge of them, drawing parallels to ongoing cases that tools like Midjourney use, for example. Now, the core issues revolve around copyright infringement, training data opacity, and also secondary liability for users generated content. Copyright holders like Disney, Nintendo, and Nickelodeon argue that depicting their characters in unauthorized, potentially damaging context dilutes brand value, erodes control, and harms market demand for official content. Now, obviously, this is how things could potentially play out should this become a thing in court. So Sora 2 often recreate recognizable characters with high fidelity, including voices, mannerisms, and settings, creating diverse works. Under US copyright law, for instance, videos of Pikachu shoplifting or SpongeBob as a Nazi aren't just parodies, they can be seen as commercial exploitation if shared virally, especially since Sora's app feed monetizes views indirectly through engagement. Now, compromising positions, for example, arrests and crimes, amplify the harm of associating wholesome IPs with negativity, potentially leading them to claim for dilution or tarnishment under the trademark law, or the Lanham Act, right? That's just kind of the first part of it. But you've also got trainer dating scrutiny. So OpenAI admits that Sora 2 was trained on a diverse data set from the public internet, including copyrighted videos from YouTube, Twitch streams of games like Pokemon or shows like SpongeBob, for example. And this mirror lawsuit opens against OpenAI's ChatGPT, the New York Times versus OpenAI, filed in December of 2023, alleging unauthorized scrapping, if proved outputs could be evidence of reproduction of rights violations. But then, on the flip side to this, right, and this is a big thing, especially on YouTube, the argument could be, oh, well, you know, it's just fair use. It's all completely fair use. And fair use is a very grey area, because as long as you've transformed the content, the original content, you're allowed to use it in any capacity you see fit, and that is fair under trading law, right? So, for example, OpenAI might argue that transformative use, for example, parody, but courts are skeptical for commercial AI tools. Recent rulings, like the Anderson versus Stability AI in 2023, suggest training on copyrights isn't automatically fair use if outputs compete with originals. Compromising depictions weaken this as they are not purely satirical. So that's the initial kind of idea, right? Now, there are precedents being made from similar cases. So, for example, Disney, Universal, Warner Bros. Took on Midjourney in June of 2025. The plaintiffs, of course, were the people that we've listed, and the allegations were unauthorized training on film clips, outputs of characters in infringing scenes, and, for example, Mickey in ads, for example, like Mickey Mouse. And the status outcome is ongoing, but they seek damages and injunctions on Midjourney and claim their fair use. And right now, the direct parallel is Sora's video output are more immersive, increasing market harm claims. at this current time. But you've also got the New York Times authors versus OpenAI. So this is for scraping articles, books for training outputs and mimicking styles. So the partial settlement for this was $1.5 billion. And this was just the discovery phase, which reveals training data details, which did kind of prove that OpenAI used these training models to train ChatGPT, for example, and mimicked their writing styles. Nintendo also took on fan projects, for example, and they used AI images of Mario in games and memes. And the settlement/win for Nintendo, but Nintendo obviously aggressively enforces this. So at this current time, it's while it's really fun right now, we're obviously like going through murky waters, and OpenAI is most likely going to respond in one of a multitude of ways. I can imagine that it'll go one of these ways. So, for example, there might be a policy shift. So there might be an opt-out model, for example, where companies can opt out their IPs. But Backlash has led quickly to pivot by October 5th and now closer to an opt-in for characters with granular controls and revenue sharing for consenting holders. So CEO Sam Altman also tweeted, "Let right holders decide. Our aim is to make it so compelling that many want to join." Opt-in, for example, and Disney opted out immediately, and others like Warner are mulling over their choices right now. There might be tools for holders, so an in-app reporting for infringement plus a copyright disputes form for takedowns. OpenAI claims it honors requests by character, and then broader fixes, so watermarking outputs as AI generated helps against deepfake claims, but doesn't shield copyrights. Future partnerships, for example, licensed data sets or blockchain tracking for royalties. Now, this could be quite a big deal if these companies decide to sue OpenAI for copyright infringement. It could potentially cost OpenAI a shed load of money, but not only that, it might just send a precedent and a ripple effect through the AI community where people are like, I don't want to face that kind of backlash or pay out that kind of fee. We'll just steer clear for now. What do you guys think, though? Is this fair? Do you think that this should be labeled as transformative content, or do you think that the companies have the right to kind of pull the plug on this? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Way down there. Jump, get the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.